Your PID sensor is right here. This is what gets fouled up with poor water quality. And basically a film would cover it, and then it can't read the temperature correctly, which creates an overheat situation. Now you may see some water staining from this bleeder valve here. That's normal. If you have hard water, you may see some white staining here. That's where you have calcium. If you have green staining, it may be that the water is a little too pure. Black staining could be manganese. So there are different colors for different types of poor water quality. The first thing that you're going to do, again, machine must be cold, is disconnect the PID sensor right here. And basically you don't want to pull from the wires, you want to pull from the connectors, okay? And it's as simple as that. And they did a really good job. Here's your water refill wire. They did a good job to get this wire off the boiler. And you're just going to unwrap it. And you're going to get your 17 millimeter, and you're basically going to go lefty loosey, get in here, okay, and just get it started. And make sure not to twist this wire. Okay, the wrap it's fine, but do not twist. That's why you're disconnecting. See how it's free flowing when I'm twisting? And basically just do it by hand. Of course, cold machine. And here is your sensor. There's a gasket right here. Looks like it got pinched a little bit upon install, but that's okay. But if you don't see a film, it could be a very light coating that you're not going to see, and you're going to need a wire brush or a little descaling solution and let it soak up to here. Do not allow any solutions to get up above this point. But on other machines, I've seen customers where you don't see anything, and they take a wire brush to it, put it back, and then it works fine. So just keep that in mind. You may not see anything. Again, this is a high quality one. Once you have it cleaned, this gasket typically can be reused. If not, you can also put a little plumber's tape around here to do a sealer. And then just get this back in by hand first. Okay, again, twist the wires is a no-no. So let it spin freely. Then we'll take our wrench, and as I say in my other videos, typically a 1/8 to a 1/4 turn. In this case, we're going to go a little bit more because there's no oomph there. Let me turn this around, get this started a little more, and I feel comfortable that I'm probably going to be able to go to a good 1/2 turn. Okay, and then just a little oomph there. And then we'll take this wire, and actually let me go this way because I think that's the way that it started, and wrap it around the boiler refill. And this wire may be a different color based on the batch of the machine. And then let's get that here. And then to connect, okay, it only goes one way. So if you look, it goes only in one way. And then just extend this out a little bit. And that is pretty much it to solve the overheat issue caused by poor water quality that's happening in the boiler. And after this, you got to buy a system, a water treatment system that's going to remove basically the calcium, magnesium, and manganese out of the water. But you can't use reverse osmosis, distilled, or purified, because this sensor here for the water refill, if there's pure water, there's anywhere between 1/2 and 1.5 volts that runs through here and runs down here and through the water to the boiler wall. And if that has no conductivity, this boiler will overfill. You'll have water, a lot of water leakage here as well as here. So you can't use those other types of water either. So make sure this is connected, and let's move to the next step of putting the cover back on.